Hello everyone, hello. Today I'm broadcasting, I don't even know where to, but I just hit the broadcast button and let things happen. Okay. What we're going to talk about today is some crypto news. I just started doing the crypto broadcasting just a little while back. So I'm still developing the program and how we're going to shape it up as we progress. So I figure we should do a little news, crypto news, just to give us some more, a deeper understanding of what's going on and what makes and what's its relevance with our project, our mining project here in the Bitcoin Wealth Program. As you understand, we're not just doing Bitcoin, and this is not investing. So it's very different than what you're normally hearing and seeing in your Bitcoin programming out there. So we want you to understand the importance of why we're different. First of all, one of the main things that I have to let you guys know is, number one, I would not be in crypto at all. My leaning is really in precious metals. Call me old-fashioned or whatnot, but I really like to have something in the hand. Okay, it's just the way I think, the way I deal with things. I like to have something in my hand, especially in the times that we're living in. I guess you could have said that in any time in history, but especially now, because there was never a time in history where so few people could really destroy it for everybody. Okay, so that's what makes these times a little different than before. But in any case, when all of that hits the fan, it's good to have. You got to think about what would you rather have, accumulated. And I think hands down, it's having gold in your hand is something that people would help in those dire situations. Second to that would be silver. It's in coin form, right? I don't think anything could ever replace having gold and silver coins in your hand when there's nothing else. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. It could be a solar flare, even can knock everything out. So I don't know how you're going to do crypto if everything is burnt to a crisp through a powerful solar flare. Rare, but it can happen. And the solar flare will not do anything to your gold coins or silver coins. So again, I'm just telling you guys, listen, there's one thing you're going to get here in this channel, and that is, I won't even call it common sense. I just don't think it's common. I don't believe there's any common sense at all. You guys are doing things the way you see it, and sometimes you win, other times you lose, but what you're going to hear here is sensible and sound advice. And not even advice. I'm just going to talk to you what I do. That's all. You're going to adopt it or adapt it for yourself. That is up to you. It's again. And and the other issue is that, not an issue, but the other fact that you need to understand about me is that what I'm talking about and any program that I'm promoting, here to you, these are things that I'm doing, I did for myself. And I'm not an affiliate of what I'm talking about. I am the creator of the program that I'm talking to you about, when I go into that part of the program. So I'm not trying to sell you something that someone else did. the things that I'm talking about are what I do and what I did for myself. And the things, anything that I would offer to you for you to get involved with is something that I'm doing every day myself and for myself. I did it for myself. It's just that my entrepreneurial mentality drives me to share those things that I do, the solutions that I found and created for myself, to share that with others. That is all. But these are things I'm perfectly happy working by myself and doing things by myself, which I've always done since can't remember when. I've always done that. So there's nothing new with this here now. But I do feel that my voice, and not because it's my voice, but the slant, the perspective that I approach things, I think is something that a lot of you folks really should hear and utilize, for the reason that a lot of you will be, if you haven't already, you will be getting duped. You will be losing your shirts, and that's a terrible thing. So that's, when you listen to me, listen. Consider what I'm saying. Okay, you have to really consider, the things that I'm talking about. Okay, let's look into this article here. This is from Forbes. So let's take a look here at this Forbes magazine, Forbes online. Let me just remove the... Now this article, sorry that you... let me just try to bring that in better for you here. This article's title is Australia's latest crypto regulations might actually disprove the bubble speculation. So let's look at this. And this is by a contributor, and that name we have recognized often. Okay, so let us look into this. It says that there has been a lot of talk around the movement of cryptocurrency prices over the last 6 weeks. From a high of $795 billion in early 2018, the market's overall valuation declined to a low of $340 billion. As a result, many commentators moved to theorize reasons for the decline. Suggested explanations included impending inter-country regulation. Okay, so what's happening here, what you need to pay attention to is that there is going to be, this is going to happen. There is going to be regulation in the crypto industry. Okay, you need to understand how that affects you, how it affects what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, you need to think about that, because that will help you as well make some wise decisions. You really do have to make some wise decisions when it comes to this crypto business. So understand, if you continue to do crypto like you're being told and modeled to do by a lot of these guys, they know what they're doing, They have experience. They've been doing this from the get-go. They know the ups and downs and all of this. And that is great for people who know the ups and downs. And I'm sure that they have girded themselves against great loss. I'm sure they've done all they can to protect themselves and to mentally ready themselves, but they're gung-ho on doing this thing and making it happen. So, I applaud them, and, hey, listen, they're worth listening to, whatnot. But you need also another voice, and I'm going to give you the voice of my reasoning, that you really need to pay attention to the fact that certain things are going to be regulated to a point where it will no longer be something that you will be able to do. So you have to make some changes. The way we're doing crypto, the way I do it, is safe. It doesn't matter what they're doing. The regulations don't bother us because we're not doing the things that they have to regulate. First of all, my program, you do not invest your money. You don't invest into this program. So that's that. We're talking, this is a program that forces you to do the right thing, which is not put your own money at risk, period. So you can't put your money at risk. Sorry, you want to put your money at risk, you have to go someplace else. Our program doesn't allow you to do that. Simple. Our program helps you generate a new income stream, a new separate income stream that is dedicated to one or more of the cryptocurrencies that you're interested in, or even in precious metal like I'm interested in. I created a program for me to have my precious metal because I like precious things, especially when everything else is not working. So I modified that program to address the need for crypto, and also, hey, listen, I do think that one day the Bitcoin, for one, will hit the $1 million mark. That's what my thinking. But you don't believe it because I said. I'm just thinking. Let me tell you what I'm basing my thinking on. That the only reason for me to even spend time with this crypto thing is if Bitcoin will make it to $1 million. That's the only reason I'm entertaining it. Because I set myself an imaginary future possibility. One out of 99 others, to make 100% of the possibilities out there. One of them sees Bitcoin at $1 million, and just because of that 1 percentile, 1% possibility, I adjusted or modified my precious metals program to accommodate the accumulation of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. Because if the philosophy that I have is that if also then Bitcoin can make it to $1 million, Ethereum's going to make it to 100,000. That's hands down. And I don't see really if Ethereum can make it to 100,000, because again Bitcoin makes it to $1 million. I don't see why any of the other cryptos, with the exception maybe of Ripple or any other crypto that's based on some other standard, because I know Ripple is based on some banking of some banks. So you got some coins that have a different philosophy behind them, a different way of how they're structured. So again, but talking about free coins that just use the blockchain technology that's in there, free, they're untethered. There's a coin called Tethered, by the way. Anyway, as long as it's free, it should be able to hit the high notes. And because of that, then I added that to my software, to my programs, so that this can be also be something that can be sought after and developed and accumulated. But if you don't think that it's going to reach that amount, then I would see, I don't see doing crypto at all. I would just do gold, because again, gold, when everything's said and done, gold is gold. Simple. I think somebody said it, gold is gold, silver is silver. Okay. So these regulations are coming in, and it says here, this is again starting in Australia. It could have started elsewhere, but the article's talking about featuring the Australian effort here. It says that local activity shows confidence in future cryptocurrencies. I think that's a true statement everywhere, right? There are deleterious implications of the recent correction, which we just had, and we see the slow increase in Bitcoin and others. Australia's government just passed new legislation that demonstrates a commitment to taking the necessary steps to legitimize cryptocurrencies as an asset class. So this is where the psychology begins, folks. Let me tell you, this is where the psychology begins, and the justification for controlling cryptocurrency, which I know a lot of you folks believe it should not be regulated. This is a people created thing. Government, I don't know if I'll do more research for you, but I don't think government created crypto. I think it's a development of the human mind and the human spirit. And here we go now with the government trying to take a hold of this new bull that has evolved, that nature and the universe have forged. And so now, of course, the role of government is to get a hook on there, get a put a saddle on that thing to control it. So but again, this is going to be inevitable, because there's a lot of things. Yes, and absolutely. With the next thing that it talks about here in this article at Forbes, it talks about the anti-money laundering laws. Because I realized the other day, I did a video, because in the Spanish culture, and I'm sure that it's just the same in every culture, but I just can talk hands-on of what I know in the Spanish culture. Since banks weren't readily available to Spanish people, out on the islands here in the Caribbean and all that, they, among other things that were forged through culture and tradition and necessity, banking, lending was done through what you in the United States or any law-abiding country would call now, they probably would call that loan sharking. But it was basically the person that you would go to get a loan, and then they would charge you their fees. It wasn't regulated. But this is the type of thing, even though it's within the culture, it's accepted in a way. It's something shunned and something that I think is illegal, depending, I guess, on how much money you are putting in, and if you're promoting yourself as someone who's lending. I know here in Florida, if you promote yourself as a lender, you need to be licensed and things like that. You get involved in regulatory issues. But again, there's people who did that, and there's some people I know that, if they had the money or they have the money to, one of the things they resort to is lending it so that they can make the money grow. It's like, they really don't have a mind to do anything else but to make money itself. So that's really what they go and do. Now, in this cryptocurrency business, there is lending of money also through through certain platforms. You can actually lend money, and that money can be working for you for a few months, I believe 6 months or so. And when the money is returned to you, it's returned plus a percentage of earnings that that money had earned, which is a very good return on a lending engagement or contract. So it practically turns people into banks that are lending, and also it can be abused easily by people laundering money, and it can get you involved. It's going to come down. Listen, folks, I'm warning you now. Sooner or later, when the regulations start coming in, they're going to do like they've been doing up to now. We're going to ask for records. Who lend money through this system? Who lent money through this platform? And then they're going to want to find out if you did you pay taxes on it? And where did you get that money from? There's going to be a whole mess there. So again, a lot of you guys are going to expose yourself to unnecessary litigation if you just continue to go with this crypto craze unrefrained. You need to take careful steps in how you are approaching making money with Bitcoin, okay, and cryptocurrency. So you need to take careful steps. Don't be stupid. Just don't go do what everyone else is doing, because when the regulations hit, then the investigations begin, and they force the lists of the lenders and this and that to come out, and all of that. You guys are going to be tight. So do things a little smarter. That's why I'm saying that our approach to all this crypto is the best one, because I'm not suggesting to do this, although I think it's better those that do this than the ones who are doing the old traditional way, in a sense. But it's still done the wrong way, and not being able to document where you got your money, the original money that you started lending out. I think that's going to cause issues for a lot of people. But if you have that, this is the way I see it, it's a better option than doing the loan sharking out there that some people resort to doing. So this is again our program. This is not involved in our program. You don't use your own money. You don't invest your own money. None of that thing is done that will eventually, as I can see it coming, it's going to get a lot of people into trouble eventually, because of the nature of the crypto regulations that will soon be coming. Okay. So, and then again, and then also says, through the implementation of a new digital currency. So forgive me, I was distracted. I had to check on the monitor again. With digital currencies, will be required to disclose specific details of all transactions made. That's what I just finished saying. See, I know what they're doing. I know what they're thinking about. Okay, so that's going to come down the pike. Let's see what other information here is something that you need to be aware of. It's instead, the policy amendment is addressing the need to mitigate nefarious, hidden, secretive, and then unscrupulous activity that may arise as the asset class continues to popularize. Okay? And so the idea behind this, of course, the psychology behind it, to make it palatable to people, is that we're doing this to protect you. It's always an issue that they're doing it to protect you. And like I said, I created a program that's as safe as can be. You don't need, and this becomes unnecessary. If everyone was doing it the way I'm doing it, all of this is unnecessary, totally unnecessary. But most of you go after the mainstream pattern of investing into crypto and making your money, you know, work for you, and riding the wave and all of that, and all of these things lead to this issue. While my program, it just accumulates wealth. My program, even with the precious metal, that's why it's based on the precious metals philosophy that I had. It's just accumulation of wealth. Simply, you store gold coins as they're earned. You store it in your storehouse, in your safe, what do you call it? In your safe. It's stored there. It's accumulation of wealth, period. But that's not what you guys are doing. You guys are not accumulating wealth. The philosophy here is trying to put in your investment, make your investments produce and make more money, you know, and you're getting into the problem area. That's been always the problem area with things like this. Now you're getting into speculation. In our program, there's no speculation. There's only one belief, that it's worth your time to accumulate this coin. That's it. That's it. And if you don't believe it, then you don't do this program. Simple. You want to do a scam, because I'm going to talk to you straight, and you know what I'm saying is true. You are trying to get other people excited about your coin, and the popularity will start making that a pseudo value. You're creating a false value. It's nothing. It's nothing. Getting all these people hyped up about a coin, right? So that you can then you created it, or you brought it at a super minuscule or micro shaving of a coin, and you have 1,000,000 of them, and it only costs you 1 penny. And then you start propping it up to, you know, it goes up to 20,000 a coin. And then you empty out your millions. That's, you know, that's the scam in this. And then everyone else is trying to do the same. Yeah, of course they brought in later, so it cost them 1 penny. Others it cost them 10 cents each. Others it cost them 50 cents each. Others it cost them $1 each, but they're all hoping to get up there, push it up as much as possible, and then cash out. It's a pseudo value. You're not. There's no money in that. I mean, that's even worse than the stock exchange, because at least with the stocks, there's a company behind it that's trying. Somebody's sweating to make the company work and produce a profit, you know, and show a profit. But what is there behind crypto? So I know some of you will not like what I'm saying. Look at this. What I'm saying here, but I'm speaking the truth. And it's all because of the philosophy you guys have, and how you think that the money should be made in crypto. I simply disagree with it. I simply disagree with it. In my opinion, for the regular folks like me, this crypto thing is something that if you do it with extra, just extra. You do it with an extra income, a new income, which is what we're doing in this program. And then you put it in and you don't worry about it. That's it. Let everybody else do whatever they're doing. We don't, the other thing is I don't suggest doing these brand new coins. Although, they're based on, again, the craze. They're based on the craze. What is there of value? The ones I see, the top ones now, within the top 10 coins, you have, of course, Bitcoin. Beyond, we don't need to mention Bitcoin. Forerunner, establisher, period. That has its value simply because of what it is. Bitcoin, period. But then you have, and then you have things like Litecoin. Now, Litecoin has a particularity with it. It has something particular that makes it a value. And you understand? This is the key component here. Litecoin, and we'll do a video on Litecoin itself to focus on it. You're going to understand why Litecoin is a little different. Litecoin actually has something of value. It does something of value to the cryptocurrency industry. So Litecoin is actually doing something, it's contributing to the structure or the infrastructure of cryptocurrency as an accepted currency on this planet. So I think it has value because of that. So you really should be looking at Litecoin. You're looking at something other than Bitcoin that's affordable. Right now, Litecoin is at $241.56. $241.56. It's reasonable for what it's promising to be, Litecoin. So again, you have to look at each coin and see what is the intrinsic value, because otherwise you're just hardly any better than any scammer, because you just, hey, yeah, it's a good coin. I'm investing in this. I'm doing this coin. Look how cheap it is. You all got to get into this. This is and all you're doing is propping up, trying to get it popular so that the price goes up, because again, the mental institute that we call the earth reacts to things that way, and then of course the price starts going up, the demand, so that you can cash out. So this is not something that I expose. I expose it, but I don't espouse it. To me, it's a dishonest way of making money. You don't give a darn if after you sold it, right? Then the market crashes. Oh, that's always could have happened. I'm lucky I got out. I got out of time. Everybody else, too bad. I don't like that. That's, to me, it's disgusting. It's subhuman. Okay, so again, I'm not here to slap you guys in the face who are into that. I'm trying, the most of you are doing it because everyone else is doing it, so it seems okay to you. That's all. I've never seen it as something that's okay. I stayed away from crypto because of that for a long time. And granted that if I had gotten into Bitcoin when it started, yeah, I'd probably be a multi-billionaire today, but and look at the cost, at what cost, how many people lost so much, and when the market came down on that, right? because they're looking for that. They're suffering that loss. In our program, we don't suffer any losses because, again, it's another income stream. It didn't take food away from our refrigerators or tables or our kids. It did not take away from the sweat that we put into our daily work effort. And if it goes up, it goes down, it doesn't matter. If it goes up, it does, because if we get closer to that mark, you know, we're waiting for that morning we open up the paper, $1 million Bitcoin. That's the morning news where we wake up one morning to find, and then that's that, right? You sell, and goodbye, y'all, right? But outside of that, it just doesn't matter. I think that is the best way to do this, and it's the philosophy of our program. Simply, we open up a new channel of income. That income is translated or transferred into a cryptocurrency of your choosing, and then you wait, and you keep doing it. You keep working in the program. You just let it keep. We don't have to do any lending or any day trading type of thing, or it went up a few, let's sell some, and you know, start doing that work. You don't have to do any of that. Just keep working the program, because the program keeps adding cryptocurrency to your wallet. That's that. So it's a wealth creation program. It creates wealth. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency will always do what it's doing. Up, down, up, down, up, down, you know, whatever. You have to have your set, you know. For me, it's $1 million, because I don't see any point in doing this for less. And just that's the number I put. Now, for you, it could be 750,000. You don't have to wait for $1 million, right? You know, I'm going to do the 750. 750 happened before the $1 million, and I'm okay even after I do that. It goes up to $1 million. I would always save a coin, though. All right. So again, it's just a different way of looking at things. It's a different way of doing things, and that you really need to consider. And this way, anyone in our program, anyone can start accumulating Bitcoin. Simple. This is for people who normally would not get involved with Bitcoin, because simply you just don't have that extra income. This program allows you to create new income streams, and totally dedicated to as a transference into Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, or into precious metals. And that's as simple as can be. So again, before the legislation comes in and regulation can have a certain effect on the market, and a certain effect on how high some of the cryptocurrencies will go. So you gotta understand, it will impact in some degree. So you really gotta think about what you're going to do, which coins you're going to be looking at and focusing on. And we'll be looking more and more at the possible impact that the regulations will have in the cryptocurrency markets in future videos. So I hope that this video has been of some assistance to you. In a few videos more, in a few days, we'll be having the link ready for you to come in and learn more about our program, and to join the program and start accumulating cryptocurrency or precious metals in your wallet, your portfolio, coins, particularly gold coins, for your home safe, where one day hopefully you won't need it, but may happen. Okay, just like the $1 million Bitcoin may happen. Take care.